and thing. Dr. Ling, I'm go here now. Can we hear you? Oh, your
Uh,
audio sound.
yeah, man. Good evening. Good evening.
Like you think- Oh, sorry. Yeah, go on again now. Go on
Good
again.
evening.
Yes, sir. All right, you did it. You
Yeah,
did it
man.
loud and
Straight.
clear.
Yep.
Paul, you still there, right?
Check two.
Yeah, man, cause you know them technology thing can't work, So
See?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man.
them
Pablo.
are my their own.
Respect.
Pablo.
Respect, sir.
Yeah, man. Now the
Well, go on.
2022, we not check no more, in a cash, we not trust check no more, So.
Let's check.
Okay. Maybe by next week, you'll
Yeah.
tell me about Bitcoin.
Ah,
You see what I say? Bring a block of gold with you when you come.
yep,
All right.
yep.
Dr. Ligo, check on your audio on your side and your restream. All right? You know what we normally do. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know, sound like you have a baritone at all. You sound kind of too, soprano-ish.
Okay, sir. All
You
right.
see what I say? So, you know how things turn up. All right? Yeah, man. So, a lot of things been going on in the news. A whole bunch of stuff are going on. All right, I'm here for myself, brother Lingo. Fix that.
All right, should be good now.
Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. Yeah. A whole lot of things going on the outskirts. First of all,
Oh.
we did have Marianal and
Jesus, around the Soja.
we did have Marianal and Spice. I do them thing. You understand what I'm saying? And we're glad that we resolved. You know what I mean? Glad that resolved. And then we have Will Smith, the boxman on stage.
Oh,
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. A lot of things going on, man, in the entertainment world. So, I'm just recapping. Man get boxed on stage, and Brother Lingo, the thing did that work, just leave it, no, man. Just make it stay working, man.
okay, sir.
Nobody go back it up, though.
All right, my boss.
Yeah, so, a lot of things were going on, and then the Grammy comes, and with the Grammy here, you find the reggae artists, them that was on the lineup, the nomination, them not getting no Grammy. It's a white group named Soja get the Grammy for a reggae category.
Yeah, but
I'm not so sure if in the history of reggae music or in the history of the Grammys, we have seen where a full-fledged reggae group, it's not even a one-man thing, it's a group winning the Grammy for the reggae category with Sean Paul in the list. And Sean Paul in the list. You know what I mean? So I wanted the masterminds, men who have been around a long time, because I'm just going off the fly. I don't know. I just see people getting angry on social media and, you know what I mean, people cussing out the cleaner for post the white man upon the cleaner. And it's never going bad about it. So I said, let me call my brothers and hear what they have to say about the matter. Who going first? I
me,
don't really like to have a statement to make.
yeah, but make Pablo go first.
Okay, Pablo.
Nigga, what up?
The man that make Pablo go first, because Pablo down there. You understand what I say? Pablo, we are here. Where I go?
Seniority. First. That's what I hear.
Huh?
Well,
No,
I
no,
said
no, no, no,
seniority
man.
first.
No, man. Years before beauty.
Okay. Okay. So I hear you. Well, imagine
Uh-huh.
they say Rome was not built in a day.
Right.
Eh?
Mm-hmm.
And so here we are now,
Mm-hmm.
very concerned about, in quotation marks,
Mm-hmm.
Rome that has come of age.
Mm-hmm.
There are persons in the soldier camp
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
who went to Bob Marley's concert
Mm-hmm.
when he was alive.
Mm-hmm.
And the camp itself, there are many persons in the camp or in the team who many times have been in Jamaica and been at the reggae shows until daylight for years.
Mm-hmm.
And they have loved the music. They have not only loved the music, but in the early 90s coming down up to this day, they love it so much that they would come to Jamaica, book hotels, and pay our musicians almost twice that what they normally charge here to do recordings. They take back those recordings, their band practice them, and hone the craft on stage. And while we are burn this and burn that and burn out this and burn out that, including the Pope, until we can't
They say the Pope get burn
travel.
out. Eh,
Until we can't travel. Yeah, man, we go all around go burn the Pope.
right.
And when we can't travel because of the bun by this and the bun by that and the all kind of things. The same guys who came here paid for their session, practice the music. It get to a stage where after being on the road and doing far more concerts than we have been doing, they have become proficient enough to even start recording the great reggae music. See? And it has come full circle now to the point where best reggae album is now going to an overseas group.
Right.
In the same way, maybe in the early 2000s, Japanese dancers learn the craft and come to Jamaica, dancehall queen. I had a Japanese who was a dancehall queen.
Yeah.
So my take on the issue, I congratulate Soja wholeheartedly. I have nothing to say, nothing negative to say about their win.
Right.
Why? Chances are, if the Grammys was a Jamaican reggae awards, Soja wouldn't even be here.
Right. True.
Much more to get an award. Do you understand? You see the angle that I'm taking? So we wouldn't let them in.
Right.
But the world has
No doubt.
accepted our music and given us an opportunity to be touring the world for so many years. And the music now has become a global phenomenon. Global phenomenon. Way bigger than us who are here mumbling and jumbling and mumbling and mumbling. What are we mumbling over? We are mumbling over songs from Jesse Royal that many of us have not even heard. We're mumbling over Etana's. Nobody knows what's the name of Etana's album.
Right.
Right now, there are persons, because of Soja, there are persons in Jamaica know more about Soja now than Jesse Royal. And some of our own. The disc jockeys who have joined this argument, they too needs to consider seriously because they don't support especially this genre of reggae music. They don't support the music to the extent that they would want to see it come forward.
Right.
One key important thing, as I kind of wrap up and then come back after Lingo, is that this award is not a popularity award.
True.
It is not a sales award.
True.
It's not a how many of us award. It is the persons, it's an industry award. And the Reggae Academy, that is a part of the RIAA, the Reggae Industry Association of America. Hear me about reggae. The record, because I'm so associated with the copy, which is Jaria, the Recording Association of America. They have in its setup what is called an academy. And for you to be a part of the academy, you have to pay your dues.
That's correct.
In your position in the academy.
And it gives you a vote.
And so, let us look at a scenario. Maybe out of 100 persons, let us say for argument's sake, there's 100 persons that need to vote.
Yeah.
Maybe out of 100, Soja has amassed
Right.
80, 80 votes from
Right.
persons associated with them.
That's
And the
correct.
Jamaican category can
That
string together 20 votes.
that is
But
correct.
guess what? The persons who are supposed to be there, the industry persons who have a lot of say now, a lot of opinions now, they are not even going to pay the 100 and something US dollars to
Right.
be a part of the academy so
Right.
that they can have a voice. Let me
True.
let me let me
True.
just pause there for now.
I'm actually waiting. I'm actually waiting to get my response. They said in June I'll get a response because I'm trying to be a part of the academy too myself.
Okay, nice.
So it's something that we should really, if you want to have a voice, it's important for you to register with these things. All right, Dr. Lingo. Let me unmute you.
Yes.
Your line was a bit
Okay. All
yeah.
right. I asked Paul to go first because I know you would have taken 90% of my load,
Mm.
off
The burden off of you.
of my plate. Yes, because I think I know him long
Yeah.
enough to
Yeah.
know his stance
Mm-hmm.
and where we would actually go.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of the things, and I think he might have said it, but not in the way maybe that I am going to. First of all, we have to understand it's a reggae category,
Mm-hmm.
not a Jamaican category, not a black man category.
Right.
You understand? It's a
Right.
reggae category, and in order to be a part of it, you have to be a reggae recording group. Now, Soja has been in the business for years.
Mm-hmm.
Soja has several reggae albums.
Mm-hmm.
Soja has been touring maybe the world and has allowed more people to know and appreciate reggae than
Mm-hmm.
maybe 90% of maybe all who has been nominated.
Mm-hmm.
Pablo rightfully
Mm-hmm.
say most of these nominations, we don't know the album, we don't know a song off of it.
Right. Correct.
All we know is the personality. Is not a personality
Mm-hmm.
award.
Mm-hmm.
Henceforth, Soldier has paved the way. They're a reggae group who record
Mm-hmm.
reggae songs and has
Right.
been touring and has been giving the world great reggae music. Now I have no problem with them winning because they're not a soca group. They wasn't singing soca or R&B or anything else.
Mm-hmm.
They had a reggae album.
Right.
And henceforth, we know on a lot of category, and Pablo said perfectly, based on the criteria of voting,
Mm-hmm.
there's very seldom, and that's why most time, even when you have the Marleys, why
Mm-hmm.
you have the Marleys most time, every time that they enter, it's the same thing. They have more people on their side that
Mm-hmm.
can vouch for them
Right.
than the average other reggae artist. So I have
Mm-hmm.
no problem in them winning. I salute them. I think they deserve it,
Mm-hmm.
and I stick with that.
Yeah,
One of the thing is that I personally felt was that it also um, allow our guys, our people, not to be complacent anymore.
yeah,
Because I've been listening, and listen. Although we're a gospel reggae station now, I mean, although we're a gospel station, I've gotten music from secular artists sending me music just because I'm see
Yes.
GL365 on social media. Them just send
Mhm.
music to my email like
reggae
crazy.
unlimited,
Reggae thing,
Unlimited. Yes.
hardcore stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
uninterrupted. I mean, sorry.
uninterrupted. Yeah,
Mm.
and they're requesting interviews and that kind of stuff. And
Hmm.
some of the things that they're talking about, I just feel too they're not addressing any of the issues that are going on in Jamaica. That's first of all. At home. They are
Hmm.
not addressing any of those issues. They're not also so many of them committing crimes. I mean, big time crimes. I mean, all over the place, not only in Jamaica. In foreign countries, they might get arrested for this and arrested for that and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I just feel this moment is a searchable moment for it should be a searchable moment for everybody involved.
Yeah,
Everybody who are going on studio now should realize, say, listen, like Pablo said, the thing has gone global. there are people out there who are sitting down and they're studying reggae music. They're watching reggae music. They can tell you about the history of reggae music. And some of us who born, they couldn't. We can't even expound on where it come from, where it derived. Nothing. We don't know
Yeah.
nothing. We just love the beat, rhythm, and again, like one of you said, the personality, the person who's there. I support the girl because. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah.
And because she's in it, she should win it. Or because he is in it, he should win it in a gossip. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Let me ask a question. The last one with Sting and Shaggy. Why you think they win the Grammy? You think it has to do? You think it's about Shaggy or about Sting? What you think, Pablo?
That is there's absolutely no doubt that Shaggy could win on his own, but possibly the runaway win, if you were to call it that, has to do with the mega position of
Of Sting?
Sting.
Yeah,
But I would
definitely.
like but I would like to share something like how D Roy kind of juxtapose it with his station, that is a gospel station. And a lot of what I want to say, I would like the listeners here who primarily, especially the musicians and the singers, who primarily have a career or a, what I should say, ministry in reggae music or in music per se.
Yeah.
I want you to listen to some of the angle that we're going to be taking. Now, do you know? I'm sure most of the listeners wouldn't know that had it not been for Soja, so to speak, what we are here excited about this reggae category, it would have dead from about 10 years ago.
Thank
Let me
you.
tell you why.
Thank you.
Let me tell you why. Jesse Royal, who is there, Chronix, who was there,
Right.
and what we would call the new reggae renaissance. When we supported those young reggae acts a couple of years ago from Jaria, and they got to the stage where they start touring, who you think they were opening for? The Chronics and those guys were opening for Soja, who were
Right.
big, mega performers on the global stage, not only in America,
Locking down
across Europe.
stadiums.
Yes. In other words, when they go on stage, it looks like Fun in the Sun looks like about half of their stage.
Right. Right.
And our guys who have come to the fore have gotten an opportunity to give reggae another push because these guys embrace them. And you can imagine they are Jamaicans now because of ignorance and lack of knowledge. The
Right.
same kind of lack of knowledge that is in the gospel music industry. They are telling these guys, to not be happy about the win for Soja. They are telling these guys who got help. These guys are their friends. They support them. Something
Right.
that again gospel music don't know much of.
Right.
These guys are here because Soja, a white group, they have been out there when reggae music was so-called dying. And we know what that means. There wasn't a lot of touring. Of course, the staples like the Yellowmans and the Burning Spears would have still been working and still working. But the bulk of our guys, when they burn down this and burn down that, and the whole thing kind of got to a point where it felt like a halt. Reggae music was kept alive on the world stage by some of these guys and other bands. And so that is the kind of focus I have. Now, can you imagine if any Caribbean or Jamaican artist was nominated? I know artists, secular artists, who was nominated for the Grammys, did not win the category, but didn't perform in Jamaica for 3 years after that, just on the basis of being nominated for Grammy. It's that heavy.
Right.
Here are the gospel reggae bands that could have been nominated.
Right. Sorry about that, Delingo. Your line is a bit muddy, so I have to mute you every
Okay, all right. I'm not sure why, but
Mhm.
Well said, Pablo. But let's take it across genres. 2019, I can't remember. Let me go back 2019.
Mhm.
On the BT Award,
Mhm.
Snoop Dogg won the Grammy. Gospel, BT Gospel.
Right. BT Gospel. Mhm.
Snoop Dogg
Yeah, he did an album.
won the Grammy.
Right.
Did anybody hear any confusion? Anybody complaining about Snoop not being a Christian?
Well, our people did.
Smoke
Our
more
people
weed than
did.
anybody else? Okay, okay,
Our people did. But Fred Hammond, who sang on it, Yolanda Adams, who sang on it,
okay,
Kirk Franklin, who sang on it, and all
okay.
these other people who sang on it. The thing is, too, remember now, when you get an award for a Grammy, it's not just the person who put out the album get a Grammy,
Yeah, all
Fred
Everybody
get a
that
Grammy.
collaborators.
everybody that's done this.
All of them get a Grammy. So
Yep,
it's
and that's the
pointless for
beauty.
you to be crabbing a barrel and try to pull down the man when you could have collab with him and get one too. You understand what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
that's another side of the coin. You
yes.
understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you another question. Which gospel album you think is the sells the most, draws the most revenue?
One of two. Again, I'll give you the artist. You can give the album. Either Luciano or Sanchez.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about gospel, international,
Oh, well,
Okay,
global, yeah.
global.
okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You
yeah.
go ahead with that.
Kanye West.
Of course.
Oh,
Okay,
Kanye West, yeah,
okay,
Yeah, man.
okay, okay, okay.
yeah.
Kanye, if you look, and even the other day, I was really really upset the other day because I saw him on Drinks Champ.
Uh-huh.
The man was drinking, he was swearing, he was if I'm not lying, he was smoking. He was doing everything that
You
was
wouldn't think,
you wouldn't think
yeah,
for
yeah.
for for
So no any top gospel
for,
artists that
for
do those things?
no, 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 no.
No,
Let me say
you
not
can't say
publicly.
it here.
Hold on, not publicly. No, 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 not publicly.
Especially here,
Yeah,
especially here in the
Oh, you
States.
exactly.
mean that they don't do it publicly?
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
yeah.
It
no,
doesn't
not
mean that it's
publicly.
right though.
No, exactly. But
Okay.
hold on. I brought Shirley Caesar to Jamaica, the bass player
Yeah,
and other musician.
yeah.
Them smoke.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's a
We
popular
brought,
thing here.
we brought another group to Jamaica, and
Reverend Barnes, background singer.
hold on, no, man. Hold on,
Yeah,
no,
it's a
man.
popular thing here, man.
Hold
Them
on, no,
just
man.
pick up a
That's
tune and gone.
another group, you know. I never wanted to call him.
But
And
you can call Charlie Caesar.
Yeah,
no, 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 because from a different that was smoking. This I want to know is the rent a room for the BSC and the BSC never sleep around there.
yeah, but that I don't think that comes up to the mark of the the background singer on the way down from off the stage just pull
This-
out the cigarette.
No,
Right,
no, no, no,
right,
no,
right,
no.
right,
Okay,
right.
and that's
No,
public.
but I'm saying though is that Kanye movements and Kanye's whatever he do is not secret. I look at
Right.
look in his divorce. About five girlfriend him gone already, you know.
But even
Have
put
you heard anybody in the gospel fraternity having an
bro.
outrage? They're still
Hold on, man.
still
Hold
the
on.
Sunday service.
Put all of that aside. Put all of that aside. The man was at Lakewood Church.
Okay.
Okay? He was at Lakewood Church. I don't remember if he went to TD, but he might have gone to TD Jake's church.
Yeah, I think
You know what I'm saying
most
to
of
you?
them. Yeah, most of them.
So he went to
Okay.
all of the big mega churches then with his project, and they
Yep.
gladly open arms and
Of
receive
course,
him
and support
in
him.
and all that good stuff.
Of
So
course.
him
Yep.
just changing mind now. Him changing mind now, say no, and do that again. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm changing mind now. My question to you, is, a matter of fact, before I ask that question, a comment on our website says, she says, me not lie, never heard of Soja until day one. You understand me? So she's saying nobody. She has never heard of them until they
Yeah,
won. I heard a little bit about them, but I didn't know they were to that level of. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I heard them, all I could think of is Christafari. That them
Okay.
have the same
and
kind
you're
of
a
vibe as
Christian.
Christafari.
You're a Christian.
I found a comment on social media. This young man, Andrew Garvey, he says all hashtag Jamaicans. Let this sink in, he says. The Jamaican music fraternity, if there is one, anyways, you let these people in. That's what he says. You let these people in. You open up your musical culture to them. You laugh with them, you party with them, you allow them to be a part of your music world. Now, this is the end result. All you Jamaican producers and artists are so busy making this so-called dancehall trap, he says, gangster, violent music that you couldn't see the thieves, the thieves in the night, rape and steal. The only voice we have left to communicate with our people. The only thing we Jamaicans have to set us above the rest of the world, he says. Are we that naive to the truth that these people are only amongst us because of wealth and greed? Now you'll see the truth. What will be your next move, Jamaicans? That's how he felt about
Yeah,
Soja winning.
and I don't agree with that.
I don't
No,
agree
no,
with
no,
I
no.
don't agree with it either.
And what we have to also understand, is that you know that what's his name has dropped reggae for the category.
Billboard.
Billboard has dropped reggae of the category.
And
And
include what? And include reggae,
all right, and that
Afrobeat.
Afrobeat, yeah, include Afrobeat. All
Right.
right. What if the Grammys decide now to drop reggae and call it world music or pop music? Because anything that is popular is considered pop music. You understand? So we fighting what we are fighting against or for sometimes is minimal to to the big picture that we're supposed to see.
A lot of people don't
The
understand.
unity
Yeah.
that the unity is one of the main aspect that we need. All right. We complain a lot of time. All right, so all right, soldiers and other groups that has taken the music to the world. Where in a lot of reggae artists they refuse. You know why? Because soldier might have maybe the entourage maybe 7 or 10, and everybody in that group is of an asset. You understand, to the music and to what is happening. Most Jamaican when they book them for tour, they want carry them grandmother, 10 man will stay behind them, and the entourage is unbelievable. So they
Serve,
have they,
not
they,
serving no
they,
purpose.
they have outbid themselves out of the market. Because why should I bring and a lot of these other groups that sing reggae up here, a lot of sometimes individuals, they will go and rehearse with a band. A lot of these reggae artists, them nah leave them band 1 inch. And I can understand in some respect. But then it all depends on the events, because some events are club events and some are stadiums, and you have the big ones that you can understand. But then there are some that we have outpaced ourselves out of the
Things have
market.
changed
Things have changed.
because
Yes.
when when the Jamaicans are going overseas now, the artists prefer the bands that are over there to back them than the guys that are in Jamaica. There was a time when you'll hear about the authenticity of Jamaican and other stuff, but the professionalism that the artists get from these bands
Right.
allows them now to leave just a band and manager and wife or girlfriend, and they go over there and join a 10-piece band.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
Dougie, looking again, because I love to juxtapose what we're saying on this gospel platform and make it relevant.
Right.
Here is it now on a gospel station. Jamaicans, including Christians,
Right.
are incensed that a white American group
Yeah. White of
has
all.
gotten the Grammys. No, imagine,
Right.
what if we were to ask all the churches in Jamaica to enter the Grammys? What would Shirley Caesar and Yolanda Adams and all these Americans say? Because here we are talking about supporting. It's a hypocrisy,
Yes.
Just because it's on social media, that's all it is. It's no different from vaccine. That's why I don't join the argument.
Right.
Why do I say that? Where is the conscious? If reggae is the biggest music for message, is the biggest vehicle for message music, right? Message,
Right.
And Christians, the big aspect of what they do is to carry the message of Jesus Christ.
Correct.
Then, and I've been saying it for years, you want a bigger vehicle to carry the gospel than reggae.
Mhm.
Who is so? You have some Christians rooting for some secular persons to get the Grammy
Mhm.
and bashing some
Yeah.
Jamaicans who are doing gospel reggae.
Mhm.
On my
Yeah.
sound,
Yeah. You
Yep,
sound good.
yep,
Sound
yep,
intelligent
yep,
and
yep.
smart.
hypocrisy.
Make
Yes, it is.
hypocrisy. Yep, yep, yep.
It is.
And you said it earlier, Pablo, is that we don't put ourselves in a position where we can help the situation. Meaningly, enough musicians should
Mhm.
should look within themselves and singers and say, you know what, let me join the academy, so I am in a position to vote.
You
Yeah.
have a say.
About four years ago, I signed up, and all I wanted in order to make it was
Mhm.
one more person to say,
Mhm.
I know this man. And I
Correct.
Yeah.
could not find one within the whole gospel fraternity
Mhm.
to put a signature to mine and say, yes, I know this man, so that I could have been a part of it 6 years ago, to be able to vote.
Mhm.
Because like Pablo said, how much of them going to pay 100 and something dollars US a year to
Right.
become a member? Because they don't see the big picture.
Mhm.
Understand? But they are the ones that have the most stock when things doesn't work the way it ought to, but they don't put themselves in a position to be a part of the solution. So they will always end up being a part of the problem.
Same here, Dr. Lingo. I waited a few months. They give you a good 3 months to find somebody, and I waited. A matter of fact, a person who don't know me, person who don't know nothing about me. He knows nothing about me.
Hmm.
A total stranger. He was the one who, um, vouched for me. You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
He was the one who write in my name. Him asked me all my information, and he put me in the system. And I'm asking a few people who I know has been there, been in the,
Hmm.
and I got no
No
response.
response. Hmm.
No response at all.
Hmm.
None. You understand me? One guy tied me out like a donkey. When me say like a donkey, he tied me out, man. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. And call himself my friend, and tied me out for a while. But eventually, I got it done. I got it done, and it was a little too late for this year. So they say I have to wait till June when the new one kicks in. They will review, and that kind of stuff. But it's good. It's good for us to be a part of the academy.
Of
If
course.
you want to have a say in anything, you're not only voting on just gospel music. You're voting on music in
And music
general.
in general, yeah.
Certain laws that goes on in this country where music is concerned, copyright is concerned, that kind of stuff. You do have a say. You know what I mean? So when gospel artists are just all I'm gonna do I try is a quick thing. You understand me? I say them block up the song on YouTube. Yeah, yeah, and the fee
Mm-hmm.
said that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I register my thing on YouTube. I'm register my thing, and so them feel said that's it for them. They don't know what the next step is, but them not hear them name ever gonna be called. You
Even
know.
look at ASCAP. If there is a situation where as broadcasters,
Hmm.
votes are needed, apart from myself and Douglas Bramwell, who else does broadcasting could have a say, or vote or anything.
Right.
And so
Right.
we also have to understand that when we're in a certain particular situation, we have to put ourselves in the position to
That's correct.
defend the music and the group and the Sarah boss. This is what the situation. We love your music, and rather than playing, or rather than paying Shirley Caesar and all the other foreign groups money to play the music, why can't we support our own Jamaican artists?
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
was talking to Judith the other day, and I can tell you that her royalty and the prayer coming from me alone,
Just a
supposed to
prayer
just the
alone.
prayer
The
alone
prayer
coming
alone.
from me, because every program that I have,
Dog it too.
the prayer, yeah, 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 I know, I'm talking about just from my station alone. I understand.
The royalty she get
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
warfare prize
yep,
is
yep,
huge. Supposed to be huge.
yep,
I hear it all the way. I'm hear it everywhere, man. Everywhere,
yep,
everywhere,
yep, yep.
everywhere.
But apart from all the stations that play, it's myself, Dougie, and maybe two other stations she can benefit from.
Right, because of the
Everybody
license.
have the license.
I
Yeah.
play the fifth.
You plead in the fifth?
I'm
He
not
must be,
I'm
he
not
must
sure
plead the fifth.
why you playing it. I'm not sure why you
He must plead
because,
the fifth. That's
because
a
No,
producer.
I don't.
you were not asked a question. So
Okay,
I'm
okay.
trying to figure out why are you playing the fifth
I won't comment.
and not being a station yourself. So what
No,
else?
man. Client relations.
Okay, okay. No, that doesn't take away your talk. That puts you in
No,
authority and power.
no, man. But you know, I'm not afraid to talk. So.
Yeah, yeah. That puts you in
But
authority.
for real though, I do hope out of this it open our eyes even more, or fellow musicians and young musicians coming up and the ones that move in the long time, because some of
Mhm,
them in the long time, they're talking bad about Soja, and their names will never even reach there. You
mhm.
understand what I'm saying to you? Never even reach there, and it's because one they're not putting out the quality of music that
Quality
they
of the
should.
music. Yes, yes, yes.
I mean, Pablo is one of the worst things for me, man. I reach a point now where I'm just deleting stuff now. Just delete the stuff. 'Cause they're sending me stuff in email,
Yeah.
and in the title, right? You understand? I mean, the title of the song. I have to be reaching out to you and asking you what is the title of the song,
Yeah.
who sing the song.
Uh, uh, uh,
Why would I have to be doing that?
and we're not supposed to do that because all
No,
we
I'm
do is
asking you
breaking them
who
bad.
sing the
Yep,
song
yep.
because you send me a track and the song, the track name
Track
Master.
Track
one,
one.
track
Yeah,
one,
our
track two,
master.
track three.
No, no. If it's a track one, is one thing. It just a master. You understand me? Mastered,
Mm.
mixed. You understand what I'm saying to you? So it means it wasn't even ready to be put out yet, and you put it out.
But
That's what that tell me. It
you know,
wasn't even ready to be put out yet, and you're putting it out.
you know the problem I find, Mr. Brown. I don't know if you find that you find a CD, it's properly labeled, the song is there, and the name of the song and all of that. And when you play it, when you play it, is the wrong is the wrong title. So you expect to play with one particular song, and then when you put it on, it's a totally different song.
Yeah,
And I found
exactly.
that several time on several projects, three, four, five song is mislabeled.
Wow. Yeah,
Yep.
I find that too.
We
I find
gotta
that.
do better. It's like Pablo and I we were on a panel this past week, and
Uh-huh.
he was talking about the importance of us coming together and well, he used the word boss where they couldn't really, they never want to identify with the word boss or artist.
What?
But question was why would we want to establish somebody else within the confine of what the fraternity is? In other words, the fraternity is in a mess. Make we clean it up before we try to bust somebody else or release somebody else. Which to me
Mm,
doesn't make any sense because the fraternity has been like this for a while,
hmm.
will be like this for a longer time.
Right.
But the new person that you to give an opportunity
Hmm.
might be the one that come that bring the change and the transformation that we
Hmm.
anticipate. Because let me tell you something. I have been interviewing some artists for the past month and a half, and they are the most positive. They are the most anointed. They are they are gonna transform. I put them in view of when the chronics and all of them young guys rose up and kind of change the whole face of the cultural stuff.
Hmm.
That's how I see these guys. Their recordings are classic. The view, they're solid.
Hmm.
They have a solid background. They know what they're about. Instrumentationalists, they know music. They can play music. It's like everything that you think is right for the music
Right.
to get to where it's supposed to be. They possesses those. And henceforth, I'm looking forward to a great outpour and a change in the gospel fraternity in the upcoming years.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
do have some. We do have some young artists who are approaching it the right way. I do hope that they stick to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? and continue to be professional about what they're doing. I've come across a few myself, and their approach is kind of different. You understand what I'm saying to you? Some of the older heads, them boy, tough. I mean, tough. Even to this day, tough, 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 tough. You know what I mean? And they don't keep their word too. They tell you one thing, and you're waiting, 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 and nothing. I mean, no integrity at all. Go ahead, Pablo.
Again, I think this is an opportunity for us to assess what we are doing. Because when I think about it, let us assume that in 2 years' time, all of us here
Yeah.
are in the academy and all of that. But the state of the music is what it is now, so that
Right.
we can assess it.
Mm-hmm.
And 90% of all the albums from Jamaica gets accepted. Accepted in a meaning they are going to now go to the academy
Right.
for them to consider them.
Right. Consideration. They get consideration.
Yeah, consideration. Yeah.
How many albums do you think could even reach?
That's a very tough call, because I do know that, I mean, it's a rigid process. It's a rigid process, and sometimes it's who know who. You
But
understand what I'm
what the,
saying?
but the point I'm making, is something that it's at like a travail
Right.
for years.
True.
Here's the point that I'm making.
True.
For Jamaica, we are supposed to be entering in the reggae category. So it's not that I'm against praise and worship and all of this
Right.
thing that is going on. But the
Right.
point I'm making is that, and then doing like a token reggae on your album, not going to get it here, because it's
That's
a
correct.
reggae album. So
That's
the point
correct.
I'm making, here is the world embracing this culture, this
Right.
music. This vehicle is the biggest vehicle to carry the message of Jesus Christ internationally and to do evangelism. Yet, from the pulpit, we still are fighting.
Right. Right.
Let me
It has come some way, It has come a far way.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I have some bruises for that.
Oh,
But
I'm sure, man. I'm
the
sure.
reality
Boss
is
it
that
too.
we are nowhere near.
Right.
All right.
Correct.
Let me ask you a question, Pablo. I'm not sure if you have the answer, but I need some clarity. 2 years ago, I dropped some project, and two of my project was sent to the Grammy, and I got Grammy consideration, got letters of both of the project, and they entered the Grammy. Now, my question is there a gospel Grammy segment for reggae? Because I'm trying to figure whether my songs were thrown into the old mix of just reggae itself.
Right. Right. No, there's
Two,
not.
two things for you to consider.
Yes.
One, it's just reggae music,
Right.
whether
Okay.
gospel or,
Right.
Okay.
The
Correct.
other thing is that they may consider it, but it's not going to win if it is if it's a juggling. A juggling will never get a Grammy. They don't accept that. In other words, that they don't consider what we know as a juggling one rhythm album. They don't consider that an album. In other words, they may consider it, but it's not going to get a Grammy.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Understood.
Yeah. Well. My interest was not just juggling. Was
Okay.
more, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
But,
Yep.
when you enter, you're entering the reggae category.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. I kind of figured because which simply mean as a gospel artist, your chance is so much more slimmer because
Right.
for you to get ahead of any one of those secular artists is kind of like But the truth is just the fact that you are considered
Considered. Listen.
is really a plus, and we live with that for the time being until we can take it to another level.
Listen. I know.
One final question though.
Uh-huh.
Why?
Let me sorry, before you finish that.
Yes.
I don't agree with your position for gospel
All right.
because if you, and pardon me for making, I'm not trying to equate anything when I say this. Let me not even go there, so. Papa San, when he got the award for God and I, when he got the Grammy,
Mm-hmm.
for Dad and I.
Mm-hmm.
If that was a reggae album, or if he could have gotten in the reggae category, he would have had as good as chances as anybody else.
Right.
Why? Because Kanye West do it for rap
Mm-hmm.
or R&B. And we may say, but that is Kanye West. No, Kanye West has done more for Jesus than a whole host of us. What the album name? Jesus is what? King.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So I think we must see ourselves as having as good a chance as anybody else. Yeah, man.
Mm. Well said. Well said. Well said. The time is running. Time is running by, and before we go, I want to make sure that out of this conversation, we have an idea as to what do we think need to be done. A resolve. We need to have a resolve before we shut this thing down because people are going to see this video later on, and we want them to get something from it. What do we think need to be done from the producer standpoint, as a people standpoint, or I don't know which angle you want to take it from, gentlemen, but something obviously need to be done. You understand what I'm saying to you? From Pablo, what I'm hearing more than anything else is we accepting who we are. Even as a church, for instance, a church accepting that this is our culture, this is our thing. It is a part of our worship,
And it's a powerful vehicle.
and it's a powerful, yeah, it's a powerful tool. You understand what I'm saying? So why not embrace it? Why not make it bigger than we are? You understand me? How much can we put in to make that change? What's the result, gentlemen? Dr. Lingo, you have to go first now, because
Okay. Fir- I was trying to figure whether you were narrowing down the question or it's a broad open question.
well,
But I personally,
mhm,
I believe that we as a people need to really embrace the culture of reggae more.
mhm,
And I think the church needs to be the pulpit or the platform
mhm,
during which the acceptance come. Because
mhm,
most of the fight in any aspect comes from that from there.
mhm,
I believe so much in the reggae music fraternity, and that is why I've started a series. And I remember when I started doing this series, it was from the premise that the 90s was one of the greatest year of production, rhythms and all of that, and so we want to lend and support in the genre to say, listen, we embrace this, so we're going to ride with it. I remember speaking to Johnny and he said, man, why don't we do original rhythms that will take us farther and will benefit more from it? I said, yes, we'll do that at a later point. But I personally really want to just lend a hand and show the fraternity from the 90s and support that particular music form and
mhm.
let them know that, man, we're a part of this, we appreciate this, so we're going to ride it, we're going to support it. So I think acceptance and fully embracing, I said over another platform that a lot of times why a lot of Jamaicans don't get a lot of bookings is because when foreigners book us, when we go, we are competing with the foreigners rather than displaying our culture, because they are booking us because they want a difference.
Right.
For the same reason that we book foreign artists to come to Jamaica, we want a difference, a variety,
Mhm,
But when most time when Jamaicans get the opportunity to go abroad, to display the culture, they fail miserably because they're trying to compete with Americans.
mm.
They feel miserably because they're not comfortable with it. They are comfortable with the
Exactly,
praise and worship
exactly,
and the
exactly.
Right.
regular
Right.
American stuff.
Right.
Yep.
For me, I think it is an opportunity, especially for because this is a space that deals with grace. I think we need to realize that when these things happen,
Mhm,
we need to act with good grace, you
mhm.
know, When Shaggy's album Hot Shots, the one that has It Wasn't Me on it,
Yeah.
no Elvis Presley, no
Right.
Michael Jackson,
Right.
nobody come close to Shaggy
Mm-hmm.
with sales and whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not that he didn't have the people in the
Mm-hmm.
academy too, because Shaggy a big thing,
Right.
but he never got one Grammy for that album,
Mm-hmm.
and he took it with grace.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when the big album, Chronic's big album, he never got the Grammy, and Junior Gang got it. Chronic's was very graceful,
Mm-hmm.
and so the Jamaicans who are decrying Soja, although they don't even know them. Some
Mm-hmm.
of these guys know Jamaica more than some of the people we are talking.
Right. Right.
They
Right.
come here, they know the culture, they know the ins and outs. They know more people in the music business than in us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so my thing is, my takeaway is that we need to be graceful. We need to appreciate the fact that once it's a reggae category,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter who wins it. You notice what the guy says?
Mm-hmm.
Give thanks to who? Brand Jamaica. It's
Yeah.
made here.
Yeah. Yeah.
What am I supposed to do when I come and look for you in Texas? If you carry me go to jerk, I say, I don't want that. I don't want no jerk because it's not a Jamaican jerk.
Right.
No, jerk is jerk. We give thanks for Jamaica, even though it's a brand. And
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
basically my takeaway, that we need to be graceful. We need to understand that, this music
Mm-hmm.
is a very powerful tool
Mm-hmm.
for messages that can heal the world. And I'm saying it this way deliberately because this conversation was not necessarily only about gospel music.
Right.
Reggae music is a very powerful tool to
Mm-hmm.
carry messages of healing to the world.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
what better people to use it
Mm-hmm.
than the people who have the message of Yeshua? That's my take.
Appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you, gentlemen. You could have been, on RJR, but you chose GL365 Radio to come and talk to me about what is happening. And I think I still think that the music is in good hands today with what I see is coming out. And I do hope that out of this, and I've been saying that from day one, from I saw that day one, I said I'm hoping that our people will come out of being so relaxed. You understand what I'm saying? Stop trying to act like you own this thing. You own this thing because again it has gone global now. It's everybody something, and we have to accept everyone who try even just try to do it. You understand what I'm saying to you? Even when they're trying to do it, you must accept them for it because that is the whole aim. It would be pointless for us to be having reggae and just keep it to ourselves and bottle it up in a Jamaica, on the shelf, and it not sell. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Which is
So it's
where it
an
was.
opportunity.
Almost.
Come again?
Which is where it was.
Yeah, on
Almost.
the
It was
shelf. Yeah,
almost
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. And a lot of us feel entitled. We feel entitled. We have so much entitlement. We feel like, so boy, because so and so on there, them should have really win it. And I said it earlier on in the opening, because so and so was on it, them should have did win it. And think you need to understand the logics behind these gentlemen winning. That team of men, that group, Soja, winning the thing because they went about it the right way. And if you do any form of research on them, you'll see that they did a lot of researching. They did
Yes.
a lot of things they did. And I found somehow today, just today, I read some things and I'm like, wow, okay, cool. And I could accept them and embrace them even more. So some of you are just hearing about them. Listen, go and learn, go and read, go and find out. And those of you who are gospel artists, Pablo already implore you. I mean, you're watching this. Listen, man, learn the business, learn what is happening around you. You understand me? Get registered with ASCAP and where your own name, JCAP. Get registered with those things. There are a lot of tools, a lot of information on their websites and out there for you to learn. And if you're not getting that information, then it's pointless for you to say you're calling yourself a recording gospel artist and you don't know have the information. But in all things, it's a season and a time, and this season is up. Dr. Lingo is falling asleep, so that's my cue that I need to shut it down. God bless you guys. One love, everybody, and stay strong. All right, appreciate every one of you. We're going to close over with a George Nooks, the Uncle George Nooks. That's how we're going to close it out, man. It's Reggae Uninterrupted, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Pablo, thank you so much, man. All right, Dr. Lingo, God bless you, sir. Thank you. Thank you for taking the time, man. Big up yourself. Bless up yourself.
There's been time I didn't